Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 BMW X3 M50. Huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Take a look at the website, that link is down in the description. This X3 is finished off in Dune Grey metallic, however it does have a matte PPF wrap. So in these clips, this model is on the left side. It might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but it does have a great finish to it in person. MSRP is also just over $74,000. Now this is powered by the B58. This is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo paired to the 8-speed automatic. It pumps out 393 horsepower, 428 pound-feet of torque. It is all-wheel drive, weighs in around 4,500 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds with a top speed up to 155 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 17.2 gallons. You'll expect to see at 25 miles per gallon in the city, 30 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 112.8 inches. Its overall length is 187.2. It has a width of 75.6, a height of 65.4, and its ground clearance measures in at 8.3 inches. Now this particular model also has about 10 grand in options, including the M Sport package and some driver assistance packages. And up front, you'll notice that the large kidney grille also has the full illumination, so that will light up at night. I have seen these out on the road at nighttime. It definitely gives it a cool front end. There's also a forward-facing camera, there's a sensor for distance pacing, and then some active grille shutters within that grille to provide cooling when needed. Now there's also LEDs for all of the lighting with the dark housing. There's some cutouts in both sections of the bumper there to give it some better aerodynamics. And then there's more cutouts in the lower section and that gloss black trim piece that gives it a cool front end appearance as well. And then you'll notice a few lines coming down the hood. Now this also has a matte black set of wheels along with the blue M Sport brake calipers. And then there's gloss black for the power folding side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal. It's on all of the window trim, the roof racks, and this does get a full panoramic sunroof up top. You'll notice the flush design for the door handles, and then the lower side skirt there pokes out slightly to give it a bit of a sporty look. In back, there's also some gloss black for the spoiler. There's a third brake light and wiper blade. LEDs for all of the lighting, backup camera, all the parking sensors, and then a quad tip dual exhaust surrounded in more gloss black. Now this does have remote start, so you can use the key fob to activate that when needed, and you can also use the key fob or the release underneath to gain access to your cargo space. So it does have a power lift gate, and with the X3, it's not a big vehicle in general, but you do get a surprising amount of space in the back with the back seats up. There's also this cover, there's some hooks, a 12-volt too, and there's even some storage under the floor. So you can place some items underneath. You can even put that cover there too. And then when you fold the back seats down, that of course will give you a lot more interior space. And then you have the buttons up top to close the liftgate or to lock the vehicle. Now if it does lock, as you heard, there are some settings where you can either walk up to the vehicle or grab the front door handles and it will unlock. So you do have to have that set up correctly, and you don't have to worry about not having that proximity door handle. Now this model also has the manual sunshades, and it gets this amber gray interior. Really nice combo with the exterior. You'll notice Harman Kardon for the audio, that gray trim accent, plenty of storage in the lower section of the door there. And then you get a little bit of gray accents for these seats too, and you can easily fold these down. You have a large cutout in order to get items into the back. And then once in the back, you'll notice there's an area you can place tablets, there's some storage nets, vents in the middle, auxiliaries, and some storage. And at my height, 5'10", I have maybe 1.5 inches or so of headroom. For this smaller size though, I can fit in the back and ride around town. So it is practical for adults to be in the back. There's also the armrest with cup holders, and then you can also fold this middle seat down if you need to, which is nice. Now there is a pillar right there, but you do have the cargo windows. So it's a little bit boxy in the rear end, of course, but you can still see around from the driver's seat. Now up front, you'll notice there's an ambient trim accent surrounding the release handle. So currently it is green. There's lock and unlock, fan adjustments, memory seating controls, and then window, side mirror adjustments, and the cargo release there. Hey everyone, so today's video is brought to you by LastFit. LastFit makes all-weather floor mats for different makes and models. You can take a look at the link down in the description below where you can purchase a set for your specific vehicle. In today's video, we're installing them for the BMW X5. With these laser measured all-weather floor mats, they provide more coverage and a better fitment. They're super easy to install and remove as well, so that way you can clean them. You can take a damp rag to them or use soap and water depending on the debris that you have. You can spill any kind of liquid as well, and it is going to keep your vehicle better protected. Now, depending on your model, you can get fronts, rear seats, or cargo space too. And in this model here, we even have the backrest for the back seats. So when you have them folded down, you can throw in more items and better protect the interior of your vehicle. So pick up a set of all-weather floor mats today. This is something that is definitely a must, especially if you're using your vehicle every day. You can keep the interior much cleaner, and it's going to give it a great factory look. And then there's a really cool design for these front seats with the bolstering support they have. They are automatic with the manual leg support. And then once we hop in, we're greeted with the leather M steering wheel with the gray accents on it. But let's start this up and take a listen to that B58. And coming back to the gauge cluster, you'll see on the left side there's miles per hour, right side is tach. There's some fixed information in the lower section, and then to go through the rest of this information, you'll use this button right here. There's also volume, shortcuts to your music, Bluetooth and voice commands, and then we can pull up all of this content. So there's quite a lot that you can scroll through, from daily driving information to some performance information, just depending on what you would like to see. And then you can also adjust the layout as well. So just depending on how you want to view this information. The last one is for the head-up display, where there's a few different settings to go into, including a curve ahead view. So when you have the navigation on, you have some of those additional settings to help. This also has some very large paddle shifters on both sides, cruise control settings. You'll notice ambient lighting, which indicates that this has adaptive cruise. Now on the left side, there's one air vent control. And then with the infotainment system, this is that new curved screen that BMW has had for quite some time, but it's actually shrunken to fit the interior of this X3 very nicely. So everything in the lower section is going to be fixed, and you have the controls down below. So you can use the rotary dial to further go through this information, where there's quite a lot of icons to go through, even some game controllers too, which I haven't seen in any other model yet, but it looks like you can go through some of that. If you're just hanging out, you can set all of that up. So there is quite a lot to go through. Now on the home screen, you have some widgets on this left side, so you can go through all of those as needed. Then you can get into all of the climates, get into the navigation, music, and then this model has heated and ventilated seats along with the heated steering wheel, and there's temperature adjustments as well to go through. Now, as you can tell, the current ambient lighting is green, so it gives it a neat look, and you can see where all the lighting is. There's also more air vent adjustments and defrosters. You have the controls for those. Lots of storage down below with your cup holders, M badge in the middle there. And then here's all the shortcuts for that screen. So you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system, which is nice. There's the rotary dial, volume and tuning, and then you can also get into My Modes. When you do that, not only can you get into some of the performance settings like Sport Mode, where it will change the lighting, so now it is red, but you can also get into a few others that are just going to give you more of a funky design, like digital art, which will open the sunshade as well automatically, and then it turns all of the lighting purple. So you do have some functions and you have some gimmicks within those modes. You can also gain access to your driver assistance along with drivetrain and chassis. This is where you can turn on and off iconic sounds, which is some of the piped in exhaust noises. Now, if you put this into reverse, you have the top-down view, and then you have the rest of these angles, including that 360 view, to see around this entire vehicle. As we see a vehicle pass, you can even monitor that in real time, which is nice, of course, to see. And then you have drive and sport mode, and then e-brake is park. There's auto hold behind that, some storage in the armrest with this brush trim accent. There's also plenty of storage in the locking glove box, and then garage door buttons, dome lights, and controls for that sunshade. The glass is fixed, so that does not open up. But as you can tell from the driver's seat, It's pretty easy to see over both shoulders, even with how boxy the rear end is. As we set off behind the wheel now for the X3 M50, I was able to check this out when they first came out last year, so it's been quite a while for me in checking out this model. But for the 2026, there have been some very slight changes compared to when it first came out. The entire dash is now this Syntex leather, so it covers up some of the plastic. We have a little bit sturdier of a release handle, and the grab handle trim accent is different, but it's also a little bit sturdier. When this first came out, there were some aspects to it that people didn't like, but I think BMW addressed some of those. It would be nice to see maybe some more changes for this in terms of some of the interior materials, but overall I think it's a really nice model. Not a lot of people are a fan of this boxy look, but I think it looks a lot nicer than the previous model. I've also made a comparison with the previous X3 and this generation, so that way if you want to see them side by side, you can take a look at that video. One thing I also want to address with the X3, and actually in the 530 that I just reviewed, they both have a fixed glass, so there's no sunroof that opens up. I've seen that as a complaint from a lot of people too, but personally, I own two vehicles right now that have a sunroof. I could not spec them without the sunroof, and I've never opened them. So I would be fine with this and just having the sunshade, but I could see the argument maybe if BMW had an option where you could get the opening sunroof, it would be cool for those that wanted it and those that didn't want it. Other than that, this is a neat vehicle. So this has the B58, which is in my personal BMW X5. I have the same engine. It's tuned a little bit different, of course, for the smaller vehicle, but with this small of an SUV and this much power, you have a very fun performance style vehicle. It is on the smaller side. If you're not looking for a large vehicle like the X5, basically the only reason I went X5 is because it can tow a lot more and I need those capabilities that this just can't tow. If I didn't need the towing capabilities in an SUV, this would be very fun. It's smaller, it's lighter, it has a lot of power to it, so you have a very nice, almost M car. It is more of an M Light, of course, but we have a lot of performance for this SUV. If you want all this power and performance and practicality, but you also want a small vehicle too. It handles well. It's going to drive very nice. Coming from my X5 and driving a lot of BMWs, it's going to be a very luxury-focused SUV. So if you want something that's going to be comfortable and quiet, you're racking up the miles on, you're driving it a lot, the B58 is one of BMW's most reliable engines as well. So that's why I got the X5 with the B58, because that vehicle will last us a long time. Maintenance and keeping these out on the road also doesn't have to be that expensive. I can do an oil change on my car for about $60 once a year, and that is it. Some of the parts can be expensive, of course. It just depends on what it is. But if you can learn to do some of these how-tos yourself, these vehicles really don't cost that much, if anything, to maintain and keep on the road. So you can get into a luxury vehicle and not break the bank. Yes, it's still an expensive purchase price, but in general, it can be something that is very easy to keep on the roads. And at 5'10", we'll talk about that since this is a smaller vehicle. I have maybe 2 inches or so of headroom, and this does have a height adjustable seat. So you could be a little bit taller than me. Again, it's still a small vehicle, but you have some room to work with if you want a vehicle like this. And it's not all that loud either, which is nice, but here we go again. Just a minor acceleration. There's a few crackles in that exhaust, and the pedals are also very responsive as well. And still in sport mode, second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, and we're up to speed. Now I want to talk about this boost paddle on the left side. So let's get into 8th gear. If I hold on this for a few seconds, we're down to 3rd gear now with a timer from 10 seconds. So you can use that if you need to merge, get up on to the highway, you just want to have some performance fun. You don't have to go through all the gears, which I think would be fun, but you have that boost paddle if and when you need to use it. And this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 2026 X3. It's a nice place to be. You have a lot of visibility for this latest body design, and it's not all that low either. So a lot of people like to sit up high. Even though this is a smaller vehicle, you still have that higher seating position, which is nice. And I think you have a great interior. I like all the ambient lighting. Some of it could be a gimmick, but I think it's still a nice design. All of the controls are laid out well and easy to use. And as you can tell, it's very quiet. So you really don't hear any of the traffic. There's no road noise, wind noise. It would be a great highway vehicle to use, go on long road trips, and you still have practicalities to put items in the back and put people in the back as well. So for its sizing, I think you have a really good vehicle and a lot of options. You don't have to go with the M50, you can go with the lower trim level. And as far as its maneuverability goes, this is very, very easy to drive. So parking lot situations, things like that are going to be very easy. But like I said, you can go with the lower trim levels too, with the 4-cylinder, just depending on what you would like to spend and the power and performance you're looking to get. So you have several ways that you can spec the latest X3. But that is going to wrap it up for this 2026 M50. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at the website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.